Dava White, Zephyr Networks, your local blue-tip computer geek. I'm here to talk to you today about Zephyr Networks and what we do. We recently acquired a company called OCO, Orange County Online. So that has allowed us to expand what we can do for our clients. If my clicker is working here in the right direction. Or not. There we go. Okay, good. What we do design for networks to meet the needs and plans of your, not only what you currently need, but what you may hope to grow to. We work a lot with integrating various systems, whether it's your payroll, your accounting. We do security to provide for your office so that nobody's going to hack into stuff. And we maintain everything. So if you have little issues here and there that come up, and we also do on-site maintenance visits for our customers on a regular basis. We do phone support, remote support, backup and disaster recovery, because there's nothing worse than when your computer crashes and you don't have that data. Because once that hard drive crashes, you might not get it back. And through Orange County Online, we also host websites. You can do co-location, which means your server is not only sitting in your office, but all that data is sitting on a server in our data center. It's like kind of works along with the backup and data recovery. You have sort of a second thing. And we also have cloud service. So if you want to work in the cloud, we have a couple of clients who pretty much work strictly in the cloud with what they do. And this is the tiers of what we do. We try to provide that stable environment for your network so that everything runs nice and smoothly. You get that continuity, that everything runs without a hitch. The security level so that no one is hacking into your stuff. And with all those layers there, it increases your productivity so that you get more work done more efficiently. The services that we provide specifically through Orange County Online, Smarter Mail email. Everybody does email nowadays. How do you do business without it? Google Apps and Office 365, which is a nice joint application to work with your email. Virtual private servers, dedicated servers, co-location. And again, that all happens to come in with having that secondary server, access for remote workers, office to work through, website hosting. You get a nice new website from Sean, you need a place to put it up on the internet. Compliance monitoring, so if you know anybody who falls under HIPAA, that's probably the biggest thing. Everybody in our office is HIPAA certified, so we know exactly what needs to be done for that. And we take care of monitoring and maintenance 24/7. We always have somebody available to help out. You can visit our data centers. I know for me it's kind of an interesting tour. Maybe not necessarily for everybody, but it's nice to see. If you do have a co-location, you want to know where that's at and how that building is maintained, because there's an entire structure to that data center to maintain it, not only security-wise, but temperature-wise, because if it gets too hot, that's a problem too. Electronics don't like all that hot stuff. The things that Zephyr does, we work on desktops and mobile support. We have a lot of clients who work remotely through tablets and iPhones. Server support, network and computer security to make sure that everything's good, from your antivirus to your firewall. Business continuity, and what do you do if something goes wrong? What is that plan? Do you have a backup to go to? Do you have co-location to look back to help you out to keep your business up and running, so to minimize the downtime? Network design, if you've got an existing network or if you want to grow, what's the best way to do that? Network auditing, what are things that can be changed a little bit, equipment that needs to be replaced, equipment that needs to be updated. Virtualization for desktops and servers. One of the big things now is, instead of having your server sitting there and running 24/7, it actually runs in a virtual environment. And the nice thing about that is you don't have to worry as much about the hard drive crashing. It's a lot easier to take care of that disaster recovery in a virtual environment. And I think down there talks about maintenance and support. We do have maintenance and support for all of our clients. We have clients that we go out to on a regular basis that we have contracts with, and we also have people who call us as needed. And what makes Zephyr different? We've always been internet focused from the beginning, because who can work without the internet? No hands. Okay. We have on-site support. We go out to clients all the time. I love meeting clients face-to-face and sitting down and working with them and getting to know them a little bit better. We don't have a strict managed services approach. A lot of times with managed services, it does feel like they're taking care of you at a distance. They don't seem to get to know you as well or know your needs as well. We are proactive. That's one of the things I'm always doing with our clients is, hey, what can we do to make your business better? I got a lot of clients who unfortunately still have Windows XP out there, and every time I see them, I'm like, hey, we got to get this going. End of the year, your budget's coming up. If you want to get those write-offs, now's a great time to be proactive. And we want to focus on our clients' productivity, because if they're not productive, they're not making money. And that's what it's all about, is being productive, being efficient in what you do every day. We're vertically integrated from the desktops to the data center, so that everything is covered. Whether you've got just one desktop, whether you've got an office of 50 plus people, whether you've got one server or 5, we work with that seamlessly so it works so you don't notice any kind of bumps or hiccups through the rest of your day. We've got a team of, I think, about 7 people now. So we are growing, and we can help you with everything, pretty much everything tech related. And we try to speak in English and not so technically. One of my jobs has always been explaining stuff to people. I used to do teaching, so I had to learn a lot of ways to explain that high-tech stuff in layman's terms, because it does get a little, even for me sometimes, I'm like, slow down, stop, and tell me what you're actually saying. This is our team. Molly's our office coordinator. We have Ron, our purchasing, Chris, myself, and Doug, who are the senior level engineers and technicians, James and Kevin and Eric, and Mark, who I'm sure you guys all remember.
Who? Mark?
Yeah, that crazy guy who started the company. Our target customers. Most of our customers are small to medium businesses. Like I said, we are all HIPAA certified and HIPAA compliant, so I just recently renewed mine about 2 months ago. So if you know anybody who falls under HIPAA, doctors, dentists, anybody who deals with that personal data. And we deal with companies with multiple locations. We have a lot of clients who have a main office with remote workers, or companies that simply have 2 offices. And we do offer a free consultation. We'll come out for an hour, take a look at everything, desktop servers, your network connectivity, and let you know what we think can be improved. And last but not least, our website, zephyrnetworks.com. We have a blog also on our website and a Facebook site. I'm now in charge of our Facebook, and I throw a few things up on the blog occasionally. If you go to Zephyr Networks on Facebook and like our page, one of the things I just recently posted, which actually made me think about Dr. Valentine, was talking about how texting is bad for you. You tend to start arching forward, and that upper back just takes all the pressure. So again, if you can go to Facebook and like us. Any questions? Sean?
Can you talk about the difference between the cloud and private cloud, and the whole idea of kind of like moving everything out of your office and into a secure remote location? It seems to be the trend.
Yeah, the cloud does seem to be a big trend, and I know a lot of people do have a concern about it, because there is the cloud, which is just kind of sitting out there, and a lot of people have concerns about the security of that. Office 365 is one of those cloud services, and they do offer some security with it, because they want to protect themselves. They want to do their own CYA. As far as a private cloud, you can set up your own private cloud. That's one of the things I'm setting up actually in my own office. You can buy an actual device, it attaches into your network, and it becomes your private cloud. It's kind of more what you do through yourself versus what you do through a provider of a cloud service, like Microsoft or the various others.
You guys offer that for companies?
Yes, we do. We have quite a few companies who use Office 365. One of the nice things about it, particularly through email, whether it's Office 365 or Gmail, or Google Apps, sorry, is that when your email goes down, Google kind of holds on to it for you, so you don't lose anything. And it's a nice sort of catch-all that you don't lose data, because ultimately it's about how can you preserve your data in the event of that worst-case scenario of buildings on fire or sprinklers go off. Kathy?
Well, I have 5,000 emails that I can like file or save sometimes because I can't delete them. And I have AOL and they, no, wait a minute, when my laptop crashed, everything I had sent was still on my emails so I could find artwork and everything else, so it's great. But there's a few problems and so for $4.95, you can give me an email and I can have unlimited storage for email. That's really good deal.
Yeah, yeah. AOL, I've never used AOL. I've never liked AOL. But I know a lot of people do use it. My husband's had an account with it for forever, and I can't get him to get rid of it. It is nice when you have them. They're kind of more like a cloud service that they hold your email. It doesn't actually reside on your machine.
I've never had a virus.
Don't jinx yourself.
Yeah, AOL provides a bundled service if you buy their packages. They'll provide the virus and the scanning and stuff like that for you. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with AOL because they're not really a business level.
Do the same thing and back our information that you email, right?
Yeah, your email would reside on the mail server similar to AOL, so it would be held there. So if your laptop crashed or had any issues, you have it on the mail server. Anybody else?